right, so we're back at it. This is Ask Tech Zim. My name is Simkai and we're doing the next episode. Basically, we're going to be taking all the questions that you've been asking us, and we basically go through the week trying to find a few answers as accurate as possible and try to provide you with them. So let's get to it. First question for today comes from Troy Nyarwat, who asks, which are the most paying IT careers or fields in Zimbabwe? So networking, coding, database admin and management, IT security, data mining, telecoms, which is that actually, it's a pretty good question. So from a survey that was done by the CV people, Africa, this is what we came up with. So the most paying field apparently seems to be networking, because that's where majority of the people actually lie. They're in that field. But basically, if you really want to be, that properly paid, it's the managers, because those guys, they're in the 2000s to mid 3000 paycheck field, which is fair enough. They're managers. But if you're not in that managing field, here's basically the breakdown of who gets paid what. So if you're not a manager, you're a network planning engineer, and those guys get paid mid 2.5s. Or you're a network engineer. Those guys get paid 1.6. These are averages, by the way. Or you're a systems analyst. That's 1.4. Network administrator, 1.3. Or you're a systems engineer, 1.2. So basically, you want to find that most paying region in IT in Zimbabwe? Get into networking. But we didn't say drop your passion. All right, our next question comes from Kuda El Nyams, who asks, has any bill or act been passed yet regarding cybersecurity issues in Zimbabwe? My guy, things don't work that quickly in this country. Unfortunately, no, it hasn't been passed yet. It's still very much a draft. But this afternoon, Minister Super Collins Mandwandira actually issued a statement inviting civic society organizations to make submissions on the cyber bill. And this was at the Media Alliance Zimbabwe Regional Conference. So if you got thoughts on what you'd like it to say or what should be included, feel free and go air your voice. They want to hear you. Alright, so the next question comes from Tapiwa Nashezridza, who asks, are there any local iOS or Android apps worth talking about? Yes, they are. But unfortunately, we don't know all of them. So we'll also still like your help to actually get to find out more of these apps. But these are the ones we've actually come across and we actually like. So there's provisional tests. Provisional tests, basically, it's an app that will help you to actually write you guessed it, provisional. So it gives you a graph, all the necessary diagrams, which car goes first, what these lights mean, and it's just tap and go situation. And at the end, it has a timer on it, so you get to put yourself in an exam situation. At the end, it tells you which questions you got right, which were the actual answers, which ones you got wrong. So it actually works pretty well. We like it. It's pretty useful. The next one is Date Messenger. Date Messenger is your messaging application. So you get to send texts, images. The good thing about it is that you get to send a whole lot more files than your normal messenger apps. So your zip folders, your PDFs, your APKs, and it's actually locally made. The only drawback about it is that high number bundles, one, and not many people are on the service yet. So once it actually gains traction, it actually has a lot of potential of being a properly good messaging app. And we hope it actually gets there. So download it and let's actually get to talk there. The next one is Olinda's Revenge. Now, this is one of the really nice games that we have come across. Olinda's Revenge basically is based on that whole Olinda's Stunner scenario that happened. So Olinda is going around the house with a bow and arrow, shooting down, the various girlfriends that she finds in the house. You get to a certain point, you can unlock Stunner, and he does the same thing. So it's basically a highest points actually gets to win kind of situation. So you're basically competing with other people on the leaderboard. And then there is the Zim Dancehall app. Okay, fine. Not a lot of people are fans of Zim Dancehall, but clearly we cannot excuse the fact that this app works as well as any other app, any other music app, really. You get to stream your latest Zim dancehall music, you can get to download it, and it basically keeps you up to date. What we really like about it is that unlike most music apps that you come across in Zim, this one works, and it works really well. It's got well over 50,000 downloads on the Google Store, and it's got a 4.5 rating. So people who are using it really like it, and it's pretty convenient to use. So yeah, for us, these are the apps that we've come across that we like. If you know any other apps that we should actually get to know and review, drop them by. We'll be happy to know what you guys are doing. And our last question for today comes from Morris Choga, who asks, is there an all-in-one app that can bind all social media networks like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, etc. Yes and no. Yes, there are mobile applications that you can actually get to use that can link you to almost all of the social media sites, but pretty much all of them don't support WhatsApp. We actually haven't found one that actually gets to support WhatsApp in the middle of it, but they actually get to support all the other social media sites. So if you actually want to look for one, look for Social Media Vault, Social Networks All-in-One, and All Social Media. These are the top 3 that we found that actually look nice, feel nice, and actually work. But if you really want just that one app that actually supports everything, there's one actually that works on desktop that supports all the social media platforms, including WhatsApp, and that's called Meet Friends. So you look for Meet Friends, you download it, you install it, and it gives you a whole setup with all your social media sites. And that's basically it. So keep the questions coming. We'll keep looking for the answers for you as much as possible. Everyone else who still has questions that have been answered, don't worry, we're getting to you. We're still doing the research. We'll see you next week.